Hello guys and welcome back to the UPC. We are in week 5 now. Currently we're sitting at a 3-1 record. We're doing quite alright. Having some wins under our belt is always nice. But this week we're up against our admin Phantombass, who is currently sitting at 4-1. He has a pretty scary team, which contains a Tapu Lele, which is arguably ban worthy, but definitely a scary matchup. But I think I found 6 mons that can do quite alright versus his mons. So as you can see here are the teams. I won't do a team builder really in depth because it's been quite some time when I had this battle. But yeah, he brought Tapu Lele. Could be, I'm expecting more of like a live op Tapu Lele, something around those lines. Ambor really breaks my team quite well. Skuntank could be a nice pursuit trapper, and also does Sylveon to an extent. Rotom Wash is nice pivot, also nice for my Mega Pidgeot. Then Pelipper sets up the rain, and in rain his Mega Scissors are really big threat for my team. And that's the last one he brought. He left some threats on the bench. I think the only one I can really remember is something like Garchomp, which my team could potentially really struggle with. But I brought an Assault Vest Metagross, more so for the Lele. I brought Komo, that is more of a breaker Komo. I think it's specially orientated, but I didn't want Life Up Recall, but I wanted to boost like every one of my moves. So I brought Wise Glasses, which boosts your move by 1.1. It just has the coverage of Flash Cannon and Flamethrower for Lele and Scizor, and then just Draco Meteor and Clanging skills are just there to hit the whole team really hard. Serena is more of a defensive pivot. Manaphy is, I think, just Tilt Glow, 3 attacks. And then Sylveon is also more of a defensive pivot, which and then at last we have Mega Pidgeot. Just for some Hurricane spam, and I believe I had HP Grass for something like Rotom. So let's just hop right into the battle. So I lead with Sylveon. I thought it was just more so to scout for what he would lead with. I thought, okay, I can throw up some wishes. Sylveon has an okay matchup against most of his things like Skuntank and Mega Scissors, not that much, but overall quite nice. So he leads Rotom, so I think, okay, let me get off some damage for it. It would be a nice late game for Mega Pidgeot. Just go for the Hype Voice, doing 33%. I think this was more of a death oriented Rotom, which is quite logically as I have a Mega Pidgeot. He burns me, not the end of the world. He reveals leftovers. Here I think I just throw up a wish because I expected him to now click the Volt Switch. As he goes hard into his Scizor, so I think, okay, I can go Komo. Komo can take pretty much any one hit from his Scizor and get the wish health back. But he plays really aggressive, sets up a Sword Dance straight off the bat, and I'm like, ooh, that's bad. But I also know that at +2, Komo can still live a Bullet Punch at full, and it can just go back with Flamethrower. So I just throw off a safe Flamethrower here. As he goes into Pelipper, nice play by him. 12%, revealing he's more of a defensive Pelipper, get some leftovers back, and I know I know this is a bit of a roll, but I believe it's quite heavily in my favor. So I believe I just go for Draco Meteor. I didn't saw him doubling out into Lele or Scizor, as Scizor is a big win con, and Lele would be a little bit risky, I feel. So I just throw off a Draco Meteor and I straight up kill the Pelipper, which is quite nice because if Rain now is gone, that means that this Komo can quite well deal with this Scizor. And also for the Rotom. But now he goes hard in Scizor, and I'm at -2, and I know he's just going to set up an SD, and especially in the rain, Komo can't revenge it anymore because Flamethrower won't kill. Like most Pidgeot dies to Bullet Punch, this time Bullet Punch, Metagross outsped dies, Trina outsped dies, so I know for a fact I have to go hard into Manaphy. Most likely on the SD, and here I just have no other play. I have to go. I had Watery MZ, so I have to go for a Z Hydro Vortex in the rain. It should be able to kill this mon. If you switch out, then so be it. It would do a hefty. I think it kills like everyone mon he would switch in, except for Rotom. But Rotom might be in Energy Ball range after. I just can't play around the Scizor. If rain's gone, Komo can deal with it, but for now I just have to go for it. He stays in and doesn't really expect the Z move because he could live any other hit, and he just straight up dies to it, and that's really nice for me. We're up in a 6-4 lead, but still this game is not done just yet. He has still Ember, Lele in the back, big threats to my team, so he goes Rotom. I just go saving Sylveon. I also know Sylveon is a bit of expendable, can just scout out more so. So I just wish up here. He reveals to have Thunder and Hydro Pump, so I now know his whole moveset, which is nice. Get some recovery back, as he most likely is just going to Volt Switch again. I believe I just throw off a Hyper Voice here just to scout off some damage. And here I crit the Skuntank, which is a little bit unfortunate, but he was not really a defensive Skuntank. After the match he revealed to be a Scarfed Skuntank, and I was like, okay, I can just sack my Sylveon here. But yeah, he expected me to switch, and like Crunch hit it like most of my mons, except Komodo or the Sylveon. So he probably thought, okay, he would go hard into Metagross, let me go for a Crunch, and he was scarfed, so I couldn't change up moves. But yeah, I just throw off another Hyper Voice here because I was mostly sacking Sylveon, and Skuntank dies. And here I make like I think mostly my only misplay. Here he goes into Lapulele, and I'm thinking, okay, I can just let the Sylveon go down because I didn't want to go hard to Metagross because I was afraid he would predict with his Shadow Ball. But still, I think Live Up Shadow Ball wasn't even a 2-hit KO on my Metagross, so I should definitely just have went hard into Metagross. Even Nature's Malice into Shadow Ball doesn't kill me, so I should have definitely went hard to Metagross. But I thought I can just sack Sylveon here and get it off some Hyper Voice, and just click Hyper Voice, he will kill me. And he sets up a Calm Mind. And this is a little bit scary because after some Calm Minds, Metagross doesn't outspeed, and he could just one-shot my Metagross, and I have nothing that can like really hurt this because my team is heavily specially orientated this week. But yeah, my Sylveon will die to burn damage, and that is like, to be fair, I don't even remember if I knew that I would just go for Hyper Voice because I know Sylveon would die either way in that turn. But definitely I should not have done that. I should have just went hard into Metagross because this was like an option that I didn't really consider. So I just go Metagross. I don't want to play around this. I just fire off a Meteor Mash. Also, yeah, like I could predict Ember would go for Earthquake, but then he also has a Rotom. So just fire off a safe Meteor Mash. Then I go hard into Serena. Serena is like really expendable, doesn't do much this match. So he takes a lot of recall, which is quite nice. Go out into Komodo. I could have went into several other mons. I could have went like Mega Pidgeot to revenge it because Mega Pidgeot does more to Lele with a Hyper Voice than Komodo would do with Flash Cannon. He could potentially set up a Calm Mind on Komodo, and it could be a little bit scary, but the thing was Mega Pidgeot doesn't really break Rotom from the range it's at. Manaphy has to set up a Tail Glow, which it can definitely do, but he could stay in, go for the Wild Charge. Metagross, I need that for Lele, so I thought Komodo is my best play. I can just fire off a Dragon move. If he goes Lele, I can Flash Cannon it, put it in range of my other mons, as it most likely will not have recovery. I crit his Rotom on the switch with Clanging Skills, but from the range he was at, I think it was a 2-hit KO either way, or it was also a roll, but still in my favor. So I killed the Rotom, so Mega Pidgeot is now pretty free, but yeah, Lele can still be a little bit of a threat if it's able to set up some Calm Minds. Here I don't make the same mistake, I just go hard to Metagross, it's at full health. He predicts that, doesn't. I don't really mind it because I know I can live 2 Shadow Balls for sure. So as you can see, it's not even a 3-hit KO, depending on what it might be, but most likely not. I just fire off a safe Earthquake because it also covers the switch into Ember, and it also means I get a hit off for sure, and I don't miss Meteor Mashes, and then things could be a little bit scary if this Lele would be still at around 70%. So I fire off 2 Earthquakes, I kill the Lele. He goes into Ember, and I believe, yeah, I go hard into Manaphy. He predicted quite nicely with a Wild Charge, but I was like, if he is Scarfed Ember, like I was also a bit conservative differential, but I was also like, okay, if he's not Scarf Ember, and I go into Manaphy, I can kill him the turn after with a Water move. If he is Scarf Ember, he predicts my Manaphy, he has to click Wild Charge. Komodo is healthy enough to take another Wild Charge. So that was my logic behind it. he reveals to also have Sucker Punch, but due to the psychic range still being up, he could not kill the Manaphy. But even if he killed Manaphy, it would have meant 1 differential point, but I could have revenged it just with Komodo or even Metal Pidgeot. So I kill off the Ember with a Surf and we win 4-0, guys. So this was a really good win for my end. It was a little bit unfortunate. I got a little bit of hacks on my side, but I don't think it mattered really in the long run. I think I just had a really solid team for the 6 he brought, and yeah, we clinched another win, guys. So we're currently sitting at 4-1, which is quite nice. And yeah, we're looking ahead of playoffs, and who knows, we might face Phantombass in finals if we both make it to there. We currently the top 2 guys in the in their respective conferences, so we'll just have to see how that will end up. But I will see you next week, guys. Bye.